So this video we're going to talk about wills. Do you have a will? I hope you have a will. If you don't have a will or you just don't think you need one, you need to watch this video because this is for you. Hello family, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Alice Masamola, aka Stylish Budget Alive. Welcome to the fam. Alright, I hope you have subscribed, and if you do like this video, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up. Guys, this year, honestly, I want to give you guys more informative videos and share my knowledge in many other things that I know about and have experienced in terms of my job, okay? So this video we're going to talk about wills. Do you have a will? I hope you have a will. If you don't have a will or you just don't think you need one, you need to watch this video because this is for you. You need to watch this. So guys, how I'm going to break this down is that I'm going to share with you guys different scenarios that covers different lives or setups whereby you will know why you need a will, and how I'm going to do it is that I will tell you guys what happens to your assets when you don't have a will and you pass away. Okay, let's get into this video, child. Alright guys, so scenario number one will be for single people. If you're single and you don't have a child, so basically you've got assets. Let's say you've got cash, you've got houses or a house or and other assets, shares, whatever it might be. What will happen to your assets and who are going to get them? So basically, if you're a single person and you don't have children, your assets will be divided between your mom and your dad. If, let's say for example, you're okay with that, you're cool with your parents, that's great. But let's just say in a scenario where maybe you don't know who your dad is, or let's just say you have had a fallout with your dad and you're no longer in communication with your father, but he is still alive, your share, your father's 50% share will go to your father. So that means whoever is administrating your estate will have to find your dad. Yes, they will have to. So if you're single, you still need a will so that you will make sure that your asset goes to the right people. Let's just say, for example, you don't want to give it your assets to your mom, or you don't give your assets to your parents, then at least you can dictate who will get your assets. All right? People have different lives, people have different reasons. It is up to you, but you still need a will, and that's how it is, because you don't want your assets to go to people that never cared about you or never took care of you, or you just feel like they don't deserve it. Then a will is important for you. All right, let's move on to people that are single and have children. Okay, this one, if you pass away without a will and you've got kids, automatically your children will inherit in equal share. Okay, but let's just say, for example, you've got older kids and a small child who is a minor. A minor is anybody under the age of 18. And let's just say perhaps you feel like the adult kids have, things going on for them, and they already have an education and they're kind of set up for life, or like maybe they're working and they can take care of themselves, and you feel like the young one obviously has a long way to go. You want to make sure that their education is covered should you pass away while they're still so young. The best thing to do is get a will. Do a will. Set up a will and make sure that maybe divide your assets in a way that the older kids will get less and the younger kid will maybe get like 60% or more, just so that they are sorted education-wise, because you don't know when God is going to remember you. You don't know when you're going to pass away. So the best thing to do is get a will done today, not tomorrow, not yesterday, today, because you will never know, where your ship might stop. You'll never know where your train might say, choo choo, I'm not going forward. You know what I mean? And this is quite a sensitive situation, sensitive issue, but guys, this is reality. This is part of life. Please plan for your children while you're still alive, so that life does not plan for them when you're gone. All right, moving on to scenario where you are married in community of property. All right, so if you don't have a will and you're married in community of property, automatically your husband obviously gets 50% of your entire estate, and then the remaining 50% that belongs to you will be divided between your husband and your children, depending on how many children you guys have. If you don't have any children, your husband will get, or your husband or the wife. Sorry guys. Yeah, so I say your husband because I'm a woman, so yeah, sorry, this applies to all genders. Your partner, your husband or your wife, whoever lives first. All right, your husband or your wife, your spouse, let's just say spouse. Yeah, your spouse will inherit 100% of your 50%. Let's just say maybe things are not going so well and you just feel like you don't want to, or even if they're going well, there are certain people that feel like if they pass away, their partner will definitely maybe move on and get married, and they're okay with that, but they don't want the things that they have worked for, or their 50% share of the total marital assets. They don't want it to go to their husband or their husband's next spouse or whatever. Then you can protect it by doing a will and saying that in your will, your 50% you want it to be given to your parents or to your child, or to your let's just say you don't have children, or to your nephews and nieces who are still in school. Maybe you want it to, pay for their education. You'd rather that than your husband remarrying and, giving you the house that you owned or the monies that you left, the policies and all of that to his next wife. That's just other people, and it's okay. Then you need a will, okay? Things are not black and white, guys. There's lots of colors in between, and think about that, okay? So let's just say perhaps you're married in community of property, and that protects you, right? Let's move forward. Should we? No, we're not going to move forward, because I want to share with you guys a story where people were married in community of property and they decided to separate, but they did not divorce, okay? So guys, make sure that when your relationship is done with your spouse and you feel like you've tried everything and things are just not working out, please don't sit and separate physically, but you don't separate your assets. Get a divorce. I know I don't believe in divorces, but unfortunately, this is life. Things just don't work out the way we expect them to. And if you're separating, you're married in community of property, sort out your stuff now, because I'm going to share with you guys a scenario that I had to work with, and I was administrating. I was actually helping my colleague because this was her estate. And guys, this estate that she was administrating, this is the situation. This couple got married in community of property, they had children, and then they decided to separate, but they did not divorce. Okay? So South Africa law or South African government still recognize them as married. So 20 years later, 20 years without seeing each other, 20 years where the husband has not even, or the husband has not, separated husband, has not even communicated with the children are older now, they probably working, whatever. 20 years later, the woman passes on. The woman passed away, and now, when my colleague did the death certificate, what happened? She was married. She was still married. And you know what that means? That means her husband has to be found. I remember I was helping my colleague trace this man. She had to either use tracing companies, and she did actually find him and called him. Guess what, guys? Her entire estate, things that she has worked on for 20 years without this man, 20 years of assets accumulated, money, property, cars, whatever may be, went or is going to this partner who she hasn't seen for 20 years because they were never divorced. So whatever entanglement you are in, whatever situation it might be, if the marriage is really not what you want anymore, if the marriage has gone to the dogs, please guys, separate yourself and your assets from your spouse. That if things are over, if they're over, and unfortunately life goes on, don't just move on physically or emotionally, but move on with your all, because you will leave your children with nothing, because your assets will go to that spouse you separated from, who probably owes you maintenance still. And unfortunately, if your children are over the age of 18, your estate cannot try to get your assets back in maintenance. could work if they are below 18, but you never know what your situation is when you pass away. So please, guys, do make sure that you get a will set up. Unfortunately, in a situation like that, the husband or the separated husband would still get 50% of your assets if you have not divorced them and you pass away while you guys are still separated. Okay, and then the 50% at least will be saved because it will go to your children. And guys, remember also, your children, there are cases and situations where your children might not get anything if you're married in community of property and you do not have a will. How so, you ask? Because, guys, it depends on the total value of your joint assets. Child share, the spouse gets 250 child share. If your estate alone does not cover your spouse child share amount, what do they call it, minimum amount, if it does not cover the child share, which is currently at 250,000, if it does not cover, then your children are not going to get anything. So protect your kids, guys. You brought them into this world. Please do leave something for them, and that can be done through a will. All right, guys, anybody who's married, maybe anti-nuptial contracts, do speak to your attorneys. Ask them how you can set up your will in a way that it will be in favor of the people that you really want to get things from you. And guys, even if you're married in out of community of property, with anti-nuptial, without anti-nuptial, you can still have a will where you make sure that your spouse gets everything that you own. Love is beautiful, guys. And there are people, I have seen wills. I have worked in estates where the wills left whichever one of them that passed on first would leave everything to the other spouse. And this usually works with people that don't have children, or they've got adult children that have everything going on for themselves. They just feel like their spouse, maybe it's a housewife, or their spouse is not working, or their spouse will do well with the assets that they're leaving behind. Then people who are married out of community of property do that in their wills. All right, so I want to, if I haven't covered your situation, please, guys, please do comment in the comment section and let me know, and I will respond to you guys. Please do follow me on Instagram at StylishBudgetLife, where you can DM me your questions and I will definitely answer back when I have time. Okay, all right, guys, there's one situation that I really want to stress out, or one important factor in your will that I really want to stress out. If you have children and you're doing your will, whether you're married or you're not, this is very important. Do set out in your will that whatever inheritance any of your heirs that are below the age, you can choose 25, you can choose 21. Any of your heirs, if you pass away while they're still under the age of 21 or 25, or 18, that their inheritance be kept in a trust that will be opened in your name after you pass away and after your estate has been finalized, so that, guys, the money that your heirs, because if you pass away without a will, whatever money is due to any children that are below the ages of 18, minor children, it goes to the guardian funds, which is a part of, and it's ran by the Master of the High Court, the Department of Justice actually, and it is at the Master of the High Court where you apply for money, or you're the guardian of your child or children will apply for their yearly upkeep money. And the thing is, you have to fill in so many forms, and you have to do so many things in order to apply for this money and wait. The waiting, for me, I think it's quite a big deal, because you don't know how long they will take before they process your guardian's application. So one of the best ways for your children to always have money available, because children, they've got education, they've got maintenance like clothes, food, etc. And so you just want to make sure that they've got money available and they don't have to wait or apply for a year's supply. And what if the money runs out? So you just want to make sure that if you have a trust set up in your name, then the trustees of your trust, just make sure it's people that you trust in your family, even if it's a friend. But if you trust her or him, I don't know about that, but people do choose their friends sometimes. But if there's people that you trust, make sure then they will set up a trust and make sure that your children have everything they need when they need it. All right. And you can also state in your will that I'm sure you can state in your will that whatever money, how much you leave in your children, especially in policies, where they are beneficiaries. You can also dictate in your will that policy number 123, it is due, the beneficiary is my child so and so, and that policy, when I pass away, the policy insurance company must be told that the money must be paid into the trust that will be opened in my name, so that they don't take that money and pay it into the guardian funds, or ask your guardian if they want the money to be paid directly to them for that. No, you don't want that. Set up a trust and make sure that things are done properly, okay? Yes, guys, if you have any questions, guys, I just want to stress out that I am not an attorney. I still want to stress it out. I'm not an attorney. I specialize in deceased estates, the administration of the estates of people that have passed away. That's what I do. And the reason why I decided to share my information about the reason why you need a will is because I have done so many estates in my 9-year career. Yeah, I've been doing estates for 9 years, so I've got ample experience. And believe me when I say that everything that I've shared with you guys is going to help you. It's going to protect your assets and ensure that the right people, or the people that you feel are suitable to receive your assets and your inheritance, get it. Okay, guys, I will cover deceased estates in another video. If you wanted, please let me know in the comment section, and I will do a full video, because I feel like a lot of people need to be educated about what happens to their assets when they pass away, and so that you just make the right decisions, and you just make sure that you leave enough for your children as well. You know, do financial planning while you're still alive. Guys, I'm a mom of 2. It is so important for me to make sure that my children are well taken care of when I pass away. So this is such a very personal video for me, and I hope that parents out there, you do get your will set up, so that the people that you love are taken care of, or they got a little bit of money to push them forward until they're able to take care of themselves. All right, guys, I also want to tell you this information. There are places where you can get your will done for free and where you pay. If you want to get your will done for free, guys, you can go to companies like Sanlam, FNB, banks. I think Standard Bank also does. ABSA also do free wills. However, there's a catch, child. There's always a catch. So if you do your will at financial institutions, trust and believe that they will dictate that they will be the executor, so that they get the executor's fee. I will cover the executor's fee in my next video when I do talk in detail about deceased estates. All right. However, if you want to choose your own executor, an executor is somebody who will work together with the attorneys that will be administrating your estate. If your estate is above the amount of 250,000, and your executor basically is the one that makes decisions. Sorry, guys, I need to buy acetone. It's really bugging me. It's so hard to get it out. Yeah, but anyway, your executor don't come for me, okay? Yeah, anyway, your executor now is the person that will make sure that your assets are handled according to your will, and they will work together with your lawyers. Your lawyers answer to your executor answer to the beneficiaries or the heirs that you've left your assets to. So your executor does not have to be an heir in your estate, and your executor can be an heir in your estate. So you choose. Guys, you can even choose your friends to be heirs in your estate. Some people don't really have good relations with their families, and they just feel it's better to give to people that really care about them. And you can even I've done an estate, guys. I've administrated an estate where the person left millions to causes closer to their hearts. They gave it to SPCA, I think 3 SPCAs, like different SPCAs in different areas in Johannesburg or wherever, and they gave to whatever, child care services. You can literally leave your assets to anyone that you care about. It could be people you don't know. You can do that. All right. So guys, yes. And then if you want to choose your executor, you can go to attorneys. I work at a law firm. You can come to our law firm. Go to any law firm closer to you. You can ask me any questions you want to know, guys. Prices, everything. Just you can call like 3-4, compare prices, and do your will today. get a will done. It's very important. It will protect your assets. It will make sure that your assets go to people that you feel need the money or the assets that you're leaving behind. And guys, one more thing. I feel like I'm done, and then I'm like, no, I just remembered one more information that I really wanted to share with you guys, because I did not write notes and I just don't want to be looking, and then I don't like that. So guys, one more thing. What did I want to say? Oh my gosh, you guys. One more thing that I really wanted to stress out about your will is that I forgot. So if I remember, I'll just put it in the comment section, and that will cover that. Guys, I hope this video was efficient for you. I hope this video will benefit you in some way. I really want to do more of these videos, guys, where I do share my if it's experience, or I do share my knowledge with matters that really will change your life or help you make better decisions. And if you want me to talk about anything, because I'm in the legal industry, so if you do want me to cover anything, I will cover it. And then if I feel like I don't have much info about it, I will do research. I will talk to my colleagues, and I will mention that this is what, but I just want to help people. I just want people to make better legal decisions for their lives. And guys, don't forget to glow up. Don't forget to stay lit in whatever sphere of your life, and don't forget to be careful out there, guys. Corona is still here. Please protect yourself. Put on your masks everywhere, wherever you go. Don't get arrested. Don't get a 6-year jail sentence. Don't get a criminal record just because you did not wear something as basic as a mask. Okay. It's all love, you guys. I hope you love this video. Don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. If you have watched till this end of the video, please do subscribe. And guys, I am signing out. It's all love. Till next time.